Good evening, Bhante and all Kalyana Mitra Sukhi Huntu. I'm Aliana and welcome to Friday Sutta discussion by Bhante Dr G Chandima. This is the fourth class of Āḷavaka Sutta with the topic how to gain wisdom, wealth, good reputation, friends, and peace of mind for next life. Āḷavaka Sutta is the ninth class from the total of 10 sutta that have been chosen by Bhante Chandima for this sutta discussion. In previous classes, Bhante has discussed about Mangala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, Metta Sutta, Āḷavaka Sutta, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, Sabbasava Sutta, Pattakama Sutta, and Pattammasamajivi Sutta, which Bhante has elaborated those sutta in depth. For those who have missed our previous classes, please check on Ti-Ratana Vihara Amapadana Clan's Facebook page and YouTube channel. We have uploaded the previous 100 classes there. And since we have been uploaded the 100 classes, since we have gone through the 100 class with Bhante Chandima guidance, we are arranging a lunch dana and gathering with all the Kalyana Mitras of the Sutta discussion class on this coming Monday at the Pasar Baru Le Meridian Hotel, Petaling Jaya. Everyone that wish to join us are welcome. Everyone are welcome to join us. Can go directly to the venue at around 11:30 a.m. Everyone you will see you all there. Now let's me introduce about our speaker. Bhante Dr. G Chandima is the Associate Editor of the Journal of International Buddhist Studies, or JIBS, which is published by the Buddhist Research Institute of Mahachulalongkorn Rajawijaya University in Thailand. He was previously a research fellow at the Center for Buddhist Studies and Religion and Society, or CSRS, at University of Victoria, Canada. Bhante Dr. Chandima was also a Theravada Buddhist chaplain at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada, from year 2012 till 2016. Bhante is currently the Senior Advisor to Patisotta, a virtual Dhamma organization that hosts a weekly online Pali reading class, Sutta discussion, Dhamma talks, and a variety of other Dhamma activities. His Dhamma works can be accessed at www.patisotta.blogspot.com, and we can also follow Bhante at Patisotta Facebook account. Without further ado, we welcome once again Bhante, and as always, thank you very much for the wonderful guidance and teaching. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Ariana, for the gracious introduction, and good evening, Dhamma friends. Welcome back to Friday TRV Sutta discussion hosted by Ti-Ratana Vihara Klang Amapadana. So I think so we are going to see most of you probably on Monday, as Aliana let us know, and we have to be thankful to Sister Kim over here for giving lots of help, as I overheard. So see how things go, and I hope that the primary instructions are already given about the parking in the place. Yeah, so that would be wonderful. And because we are meeting in 2 more days, 2 to 3 days. So yeah. Right. So good evening, Dhamma friends, once again. And we will get started our sutta discussion by paying respect to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavatu Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today is going to be Sutta discussion 101, and we passed our 100th Sutta discussion last Friday. And today, what did we discuss last Friday? Can anybody remember our topic for the last week? Yeah, we were discussing about, now the Yakka has been asking questions from the Buddha, right? So on the day 99, that was the day that we discussed about his first set of questions. What is the best wealth? What is true happiness? What is the best taste? What is the best life? Right? And then are there newcomers for today? Anybody who's joining for the first time, maybe who has missed out on our previous classes, joining for the first time? You can send us a virtual hand. Oh, see, there's always a newcomer. Lynn. Okay, all right. So I'm going to show you the Yakka's first set of questions, not taking a long time. It is just previous stanza. So it's going to be here. Okay, after the main discussion, then this is where Yakka asked the questions. What is the best wealth? Can somebody tell me what the Buddha said about best wealth? Trust. Trust is the best wealth. And then what is true happiness? Dhammo. A life spent with Dhamma. Right? Actually, spent with practice, not listening only. Yeah? There are people who think that the more they learn Dhamma, they are becoming happy. Yes, that is just a happiness, but the true happiness arises when you have been able to put that Dhamma into practice. Otherwise, you are going to fill up here with a lot of Dhamma, head Dhamma. Right? So you need to, while you are listening, while you are learning, you should be able to bring it to your practice. If you don't know how to do it, you can always ask questions. Because I'm not a dead cell, I can listen. I said, listen to you and I can answer your questions. So always you are welcome to ask questions. So true happiness will come to you when you spend your day with a Dhamma practice. At least one small Dhamma thing every day. Not a lot of Dhamma things. And then what is the best taste? Being truthful. When you are very truthful to others and to you, especially to you starting from, and then to others. That is the best taste. It's not about the food. And then what is the best life? A life which is spent with wisdom. Best, so the what you call true happiness, and then best life. True happiness will come to you when you are spending your life with the Dhamma practice, and then the best life will come to you when you spend it with wisdom. Can you spend your life with wisdom when you are surrounded by all these unwise guys around you, always, bothering you, disturbing you, talking unwise things, idle chatting, bad mouthing, gossiping a lot? It's not easy for you can't just send them back, because they are the ones you have been making for the last 10, 20 years probably. So you know what to do, but you can't do it. Sometimes, hey, I have to stop, I have to do something, but you can't say that because you think that it's embarrassing for them to say like that, right? So you have created those kind of people over the course of time. So it is better to be surrounded by Kalyana Mitras always, but it does not mean that you have to isolate your other friends. You have to still send metta to them, but who are to be with. And that was the first set of questions. Then we discussed about, that was day 99. And day 100, that means last Friday, we were discussing about something very interesting. This was the question, number 10. Katan Sutarati Yoga, how to cross the flood of Akusala. Katan Sutarati An, how to cross the Sansara. Katan Dukkhan Anviti, how to get over your dukkha, how to purify yourself. Okay? Only by trust you are crossing the Akusala floods. Because when you are trusting about Buddha Dhamma Sangha, at the same time yourself, in the proper way, you can manage your akusalas. And by appamada, by not being late in your Dhamma practice, you can cross the samsara because you are motivated by those Dhamma things. And then with the energy, you can get past, cross over your, what you call, dukkha, and again, wisdom. Because of wisdom, you are going to be purified. Today, we are going to take the third set of questions, which the Yakka asked. So in order to understand this third set of questions, we have to do number 12. Number 12 is it's a very big question, number 12. And number 13 and number 14 are the answers. So 2 verses are given to answer this question that comes at number 12. Okay, without taking more time, probably we would ask somebody to read this Yakka's third set of questions. Who would like to read this part? Anybody?
I try, Bhante.
Yes, please.
Katang su labate panyang, katang su vidante danang, katang su titing papoti, katang mitani kantati, asma loka parang lokang, katang pecha na sojati.
Interesting. This is a very interesting question, which has many other sub-questions. Kathansu labhate panna, kathansu vindate dhana, kathansu kitting pappoti, katham mittani gantati, asma loka parang lokam, katham pechan sujati. I think if you look at this question, in translation, you will see that this is everything that everybody wants to have in their life, right? Let's see. Kathamsu labhate panya. Now the wisdom has been discussed in many places. See? Panya. The Buddha said, when you have panya, wisdom, you can purify yourself. And then here Buddha says, when you have panya, you can have the best life. Then the Yakka is a little confused. As to what? He is confused. How to get this panya? You are talking that because of panya, I can purify myself. Because of panya, I can have the best life. Then what is panya? Tell me, what is it? So he was very curious about it. Actually, he knows what is the answer. He wants to check the Buddha, the problem. Okay. All right. Katan, yeah. See, Katan sulabate panya. How to acquire, how to gain. Labate means gain, acquire, gain. Panya means wisdom. Katamsu vindate dhana. Now we all have wealth, relatively. And then how to enjoy or how to use or how to make our wealth. So there should be a Buddhist way to make wealth. Katamsu kittim pappodi. Kitti means, what does kitti mean? Kitti. Kitti. Kitti means good reputation. Katamsu kittim pappodi. How to create good reputation. How to have good reputation. We will go to each section later. And this is also very interesting. Kathan mittanigan, how to make friends. Gantati means make. Right? In today's world, if you ask our young folks, they have lots of friends. Right? They can say, I have lots of friends. But if you keep asking, they might say, most of them are social media friends. Right? They have lots of social media friends. Very few have real friends, I mean, true friends in person, right? Because one of the questions I get asked in many talks, many Q&As, retreats, when I do things with young people, they are very curious as to how to make good friends. They are not happy about friends, right? So this is a very good question, which the Buddha will answer at the end. And then this is also very interesting. Asma loka parang loka katang pechana sochati. That means now we all are dying one day, isn't it? We all are dying one day, passing away. So if we are passing away, then we should not struggle about the passing away, thinking that something will happen to me. As you can see, how do the departed not grieve when passing from this world to the next? What do you think about your experiences? If you work with if you handle certain family members when they were passing, were they really concerned about what would happen to them after they pass away? Or would you have the same thought, like one day I will pass away? What will happen to my mindset? What will come to my mind? What will be my thoughts in my last moment of time? Are you really concerned about these questions, or you don't mind about it? Let the death come to me one day, I just die. Because I only die one time, don't die a couple of times. How would you look at it? That's a very good question, right? I think most people are worried about what will happen, because now the monks are saying, the last moment really affect you, that if you don't care about last moment, you'll be in the hell. Oh, yeah, that's a big matter now, right? Then there are Dhamma talks, how to die peacefully, right? How to die mindfully. Who knows what time we're going to die? That's a question out of the discussion, right? We can't say XYZ things about the death. Rather, we train people to have a mindset to die anytime. You don't mind about the time. It will come to us anytime, right? So we don't have to mind about it. Rather, we train us to die anytime. So the Buddha says, now the Yakka asking, for those people who are dying one day, even in a palliative care, maybe in a house, maybe you are a good person, you suddenly die, an accident. It can happen, maybe with a cancer. We never know how things come to us one day. Maybe with a very sudden thing. We wish that will not happen to all of us with our Dhamma practice and then our blessings, but who knows? Things can happen anytime. They are not in our control, right? Because why is it happening? Why is death happening to us? Because we brought death with our birth. We brought it with the birth. Not that it happens to me. It happens to somebody. We brought it. And I always mention death is not beyond the birth, beyond this life. Death is a part of this life. So we have to happily face it one day. Not that I'm going to die, I don't know what's going to happen to me, right? Anyways, so it is a real question for those people who are really one day, when you are one day, you think about that you are passing one day, and how would I pass and then away, and then how would I be happy with that pass, right? So these were the questions Yakka asked. Once again, how to gain the wisdom. Second, how to enjoy and get the wealth, enjoy the wealth. And third, how to create good reputation, how to make friends. Number 4, number 5, these 2 lines. How not to grieve, when I die from this world and to be reborn in the next world. Okay, let's go back to the questions again, then we can understand the rest. Katam su labhate panya. Is gaining wisdom important to us? How important is it? How important is gaining the wisdom?
Bhante, very important.
That's very important, right?
Very, very important. Without
Yeah.
that, you're living like a fool. with no delusion and fool like that.
Okay.
Every time you learn something, you improve your wisdom. You listen to somebody, doesn't matter whether it's Bhante or anybody who give you some advice or some tips, hold on to it. The more we hold on, the more wiser we be. And
So
put
we
in the
want-
practice.
So we want to be wiser every day, right? Sometimes there are lots of wisdom around us, but that wisdom will not instill, not go to our heart, and we won't become better beings. Why is it? Now, we all would like to gain the wisdom, as now we are going to discuss, as you said. But sometimes we know all the conditions are right, but we are not motivated by any of these things. We are just continuing to be the same person as we were before. Why is it? There should have a self-motivation at the same time. Without the self-motivation, you are not going to be inspired, right? It can happen. Right?
So, Bhante,
So-
can be our ego. Can it be our ego that prevents us from seeing things? Myself, very important. I don't need to listen to others and all that.
Now, we all are self-centered at the beginning,
Yeah.
more or less. But in order for us to gain wisdom, we need to be humble. In Dhamma practice, Buddha always speaks of the the practice of humility. Now we learn it from Bhante Sariputta, Arahant Sariputta. Right? Remember one day, Bhante Arahant Sariputta, when he was sweeping the floor, I think, the compound, and one part of his robe was drooping to the ground. And there was a 7 years old monk, 7 years old monk, 7 years, not a Upasampada monk too at that time. And so he approached Arahant Sariputta. Now you think about Arahants are always wise enough. Sometimes these things can happen. And then he pointed out, your robe is drooping, right? When the robe is drooping to the ground, it can get dirt, right? Some tiny insects can get into the robe, right? And they can go here and there, right? And then he acknowledged about it. He said, Tadahu pabbajito santo jatiyasa. Even someone who is 7 years old, who became a monk today, is to advise me. I would like to accept those advices out of respect. What does it mean? That means we should be, if Arahant Sariputta is to say to a 7 years old monk, what about you now? Let's say a young adult, a young person is coming to you, hey mom, this is not good. Hey grandma, this is not good. Would you like to accept that? Hey, you guys are too small to advise. Don't talk to me. A long way to go, huh? Go that journey and come back to me one day. So this kind of attitude will not help us to learn. So we should be able to give a space in our life to learn from it. Be that a Muslim, Hindu, Christian, even an atheist.
Mhm.
An atheist, maybe an agnostic, whoever. Right? So we are not going to impose what we understand, but we are trying to leave a space to learn from anybody. How we are going to do it is individualistic, but we are going to leave that space. The more we doing, the better we are with our self-centeredness, right? So wisdom. So it's very important to have wisdom, not even have wisdom, keep the wisdom consistent, keep our wisdom practice consistent. Sometimes we are very wise for a day, next day we can become very unwise. Has it happened to you? Today we are so wise, and then tomorrow, out of lack of energy, maybe bad people come to us, and then maybe because we are very lazy, become very unwise. It's an unwise day, thinking that I'm on a retreat today, but maybe after the retreat, it's okay to be a little bit spoiled, and then get my mind off from what I've been learning. So wisdom then has to go consistent, not only on one thing. That kind of wisdom to me is like on the cushion wisdom. on the cushion's wisdom, that the people go to a retreat and then they have wisdom. And once they, what do you call, stand from the cushion, the wisdom also go away. So wisdom has to be consistent. It should be a constant practice. Now the problem is how to get it. That is the problem. The Akka asking. Now, we have to, I think I have to connect to the next stanza at the same time, otherwise you won't understand. Let's go see. Next stanza. I'm going to read that. Maybe we can ask someone to read too. Anybody who would like to read this part? Because these are the answers I want to connect while I'm answering questions. Anybody would like to read? Yes, Kim, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah.
Sadahano arahatang damang nibbana-patiya sususang labate panyang apamato vichakano.
Okay, great. Saddahano arahata dhammang nibbana pattiya sussusang labhate panya appamatto vichakkan. Very interesting. Now, let's see the next one. This whole stanza is the answer to how to get the wisdom. Buddha had to use one whole stanza to say how to gain wisdom. Now, the rest of the stanza, you can see the next one. It's about the whole other answers to other questions, the same question set. We will see. First, if you want to gain wisdom, the first thing you must have is appamatto. What is it? Appamatto. Appamatto means diligence. You have to be diligent. What is being diligent? Can somebody tell me what is being diligent? What is appamada? I have repeatedly explained to you in many, many classes in the last many, many years. Appamada means being punctual for the Dhamma practice. In one English word, we say diligent, but it does not say properly. Being punctual towards the Dhamma activity. What is how to be punctual in Dhamma activities? Are you a punctual person? If you are supposed to go somewhere at 8 o'clock, are you normally making it around 8 o'clock? Or are you going there 7:30, giving a disturbance to the person who is there? Or are you going there by 8:30? Are you a punctual person? So there are two ways to look at this punctuality. The first way is that you are becoming a punctual person. That means you are not going to an appointment either very early or very late. Some people, they go very early and giving a disturbance to the person. That person is busy with somebody else. Don't go there very early. I remember one Sri Lankan professor was very mad at an American guy who came to the university department. So he made an appointment at 11 o'clock with this guy. So research student from the US. And then, 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. So he came around 10 o'clock. He went to the library. And then he saw that, because he can see it's a glass window. He was searching some books in the library, department library. And then by around 10:57-ish, he knocked the door. And then now he's trying to come. So the professor was not happy. In Sri Lankan system, if you go early, you must see the person early as well. A little crazy. You came around 10 o'clock, you must have come to see me at that same time. The guy said, I had an appointment with you at 11 o'clock. Why should I come and see you by 10 o'clock?
Right.
Plus, you are doing something in your room and I have to do my things at that time. Right? So that means we have to understand that we are not going to bother somebody by going early. Unless you don't have a ride, anything like this. And being late in, making the appointment. Right? I mean, this is an interesting thing, right? You go to Japan, you see how punctual are they in Western countries. But the thing is that, what if that everybody is going to be late? That is the other thing. You know, I'm a punctual guy, but the problem is 10 out of 9 people, 9 out of 10 people are late today. So I'm also late. Why should I come early? That means this group mentality. If a group of people are going to be late, then the other person will also have to be, they think, be late. So it affects. So Appamada has two versions. One is the secular level of punctuality. So we are supposed to be punctual. Why is it? If we are going to be late for our planned time, that means we are stealing that person's time. That is adinada. Adinadana is not that you go to a bank and do a daylight bank robbery. You see, thieves are going to do that. That is the larger version of robbery. But adinadana, the minimal versions of adinadana can spread around in our life. We are stealing other people's time. Are we supposed to steal other people's time? Because he or she made an appointment with you and you are stealing that person cannot do anything other than this thing. You're waiting, and you are taking their time, and you are just going just as nothing happened, you know, like this is my time, right? So that is very important. So let's what do you call? Have our secular appamada practice, which means that we are punctual. Second is spiritual type of punctuality, that we are not going to delay our Dhamma practice. Being late, maybe being lazy, we have to have a consistent Dhamma practice. Now, the Buddha says, if you want to get wisdom, the first thing is you must be a diligent person. Punctuality is number one. All right, spiritual punctuality. Number two, vichakkano. Vichakkano means discerning. Now, chakku, can say chakku here. Chakku means eyes. Vichakkano means you are not only seeing with your naked eyes, you are seeing with some special understanding. When you see something in your life, when you see a sight, when you hear a sound, when you smell a smell, when you taste some food or beverages, when you have a touch, when you have a thought, you are going to look at all these objects with a certain special understanding. You could say this could be wise attention, right? Yoniso manasikara. Every time when we are not bringing Yoniso manasikara into our sensory activities, we have an impending problem, upcoming problem, mostly. So if we bring lots of wise attention into our sensory experience, we are better in dealing with those objects, phenomena, right? If you look at the times where you had a lot of akusalas, they were the times you had unwise attention. Ayoniso manasika. That is why you had loba. That is why you had those. That is why you had more. Remember the one Jataka story? I can't remember the whole thing. In that Jataka story, there was a very uppish and a very unwise prince. So one day the people in the palace took him to the river. Now this unwise prince is telling, I want to go to the middle of the water. So, yeah, it's a good time to kill him. Huh? The Jataka story. They let him be in the middle of the water, so he was washed away by a flood. Right? So this story has some thoughts about, what do you call unwisdom, ignorance about that person. And then 3 other people joined with these people because he was stuck into a log which was washed away in the river, right? And then my point I was trying to say is that there were 2 others. There was a snake who was previously a banker who had 30 million, what do you call, kahapana. So he buried all that money somewhere in the river, in the bank of the river. He became a snake. So when you are so much attached to your money, greedy about your money, you will pass away. You're gonna be a snake to protect that money. Maybe a dog to protect that money. We have lots of examples. And then there was another guy who had 20 million money at that time. He became a rat. He became a rat to protect that money because you are too much greedy, and then you are coming after that money. Somebody else will enjoy that money too. So the idea is that vichakkano means that every time you look at, you are trying to bring lots of wise attention into your sensory experience so that you have vichakkano. You are now diligent and you are now vichakkano. Vichakkano means you are discerning, diligent and vichakkano. Then what else? Saddhahano arahata. At the same time, you have trust in the perfected ones. Who are the perfected ones? Samma Sambuddha, Pacceka Buddha, and Arahants. So you have lots of trust about these perfected ones. Saddhahano. And then Arahatan. Arahatan means actually, Saddhahana means trust. Arahatan means these three types of individuals. Samma Sambuddha, Pacceka Buddha, Arahant. Lots of trust about them. Now the idea is that without trusting the Samma Sambuddha, Pacceka Buddha, or Arahants, can you easily follow the Dhamma path? Do you think that you have to have a certain trust about the teacher? Without the trust, can you practice your Dhamma thing? It is not that easy. So you have to have a right teacher, good teacher to follow. Right? There you are having a certain trust about your practice. Right? That's why the Buddha said, in order to get wisdom, you must have teachers, at least who are qualified to teach about the Buddha. Samma Sambuddha, Pacceka Buddha, Saddhahano Arahata. Not even that, you must have Dhammam Nibbana Pattiya, teaching for becoming an Arahant. So you are planning, your wish is to attain Nibbana one day. Right? So now, if you want to attain, if you want to gain wisdom, you must have diligence, punctuality, spiritual punctuality. You must be discerning within your sensory experience. You must have trust about the three types of what you call enlightened ones, and then you should have an honest wish to attain Nibbana. Not even that. Now, these are the background things you have to have in your life in order to get wisdom. But now you are coming down to the exact technical way in getting wisdom. How is it? Sussusa labhati panya. Only by sussusa means, what is it? Sussusa means listening. Sussusa means listening. Now, along the rest of the things, by being diligent, by being discerned, and then having trust about Buddha, three types of Buddhas, Samma Sambuddha, Pacceka Buddha, Arahanta Buddha, having an honest wish. With all these, you are going to listen to the right ones, the proper, what you call, teachers, that will help you to gain wisdom. Why is it only hearing? Why not the watching? Why is listening very important than watching? Now we have two options, audio and video versions. Do you think that listening to Dhamma is easier than watching a video talk about the Dhamma? It doesn't say that you should not watch Dhamma talks on YouTube. But listening is what is highly recommended. Because when you listen to a Dhamma talk few times, every time you watch it, you listen to it, you will get more insights. Even you go back to our 50th Sutta discussion back in many years. Right? When you hear it today, you will understand more than how you listen to it at that time. Why? You are now more mature. Not in the body, in your understanding. So the more you hear, the wiser you are. Because now, say for instance, what your parents told you a long time ago when you were in your young time. Sometimes you get to understand those things by this time of your life. Right? You had the same probably teachings back in those days, but you couldn't understand them. Why is it? The right condition didn't arise. Huh? Now the right conditions are coming. Right? So with the right conditions, whatever you heard back in those days are going to work with you at this point. It's not just the age, I mean the maturity, spiritual maturity, life maturity, right? With all that. So listening is what the Buddha recommends for gaining wisdom. So we have to listen. That means listen to more Dhamma teachings, the proper true Dhamma teachings. That is the way how we can get the wisdom. And then we are going to see the next question. Katam suvindate dhana. How do you earn wealth? Third stanza. Maybe we can ask someone to read this too. Anybody would like to read? Anyone would like to read this?
Bhante, I try.
Yes, Melinda. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. Patirupakari Dorawa Utata Bindate Danam Sachena Kitim Papoti Danam Mitani Gattati.
Dadang mitani.
Dadang Mitani Gattati Asma Loka Param Lokam Katam Pecha Na Sochati Ti.
Great.
Thank you.
Patirupakari durava uddhata vindate dhananga. These are the, let me show you. This is the way how you are supposed to make money. The rest of the things we are not reading because they are answers to other questions. Patirupakari durava uddhata vindate dhananga. How to understand this part? Patirupakari means being responsible. Are we supposed to be responsible in making money? What kind of responsibility is related to making money? Whether I am making money in righteous ways, whether I am making my wealth in righteous. Is it a responsibility, or we just go and make money the way we can? Lots of ways to make money: black market, money laundering, right? Evading the tax. A lot of ways to make money in the wrong ways. Like maybe not declaring what you earn, right? Work for cash, right? And then dishonored checks, and then declaring bankruptcy. Many ways people are making money, like in bad ways in today's world. So how to be responsible in making our money? That is an honest practice, because we don't want lots of money. We want money just to live, right? We just want to be happy. We just want to be able to take care of us and the people who are around us, right? So the first thing is responsibility in making the money very ethical. Not that making the money ethical, that's kind of a bad thing. People, they're making bad money and then they want to make it ethical. This happens in some places in the world. Probably they make black money and they try to invest in charity, and then because so otherwise they have to spend a lot for the tax. Whatever the way that you are making money, make sure that you are responsible in making money. If you are not responsible, if you are making what you call wrong money, what you call unethical money, you are not making yourself a follower of the Buddha. The Buddha clearly says you must be responsible. Number 2, durava. Durava means acting appropriately. Durava. So do we have to act appropriately in the proper way in making wealth, money? What does acting appropriately means? Durava. That means we have to make money honestly, wealth honestly. Are there people who are who are trying to cheat other people in their real work, they are doing a real job, like a good job. Good job means ethical job. They might be less paid or high paid, but the work is real work, ethical work. But still, can they cheat on other people? Is it possible for people to cheat on others, even they are on an ethical one?
Possible?
It's possible. This is why the Buddha says you have to act appropriately within that ethical work. Previously, you had to be responsible. That means you have to go away from those bad ones. Now you are on the good ones, but you still have to act appropriately. Would you like sharing with us, if it is not too personal, a way that how people, cheat on others in a good work?
You don't do his part, you push it to the other guy, or he come late and the other guy have to take over his job for the meantime. That's also one way.
Yeah, see, this is one way to look at it, right? And probably you are taking things for granted in the workplace. Any other answers about how people cheat on their real work? Let's say you are working for the government and you might be taking things from the government office back home, right? Because nobody sees that.
Okay.
Yes, Kim.
Marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah.
But marketing is well accepted. But what's the problem with marketing? Bad marketing or wrong marketing?
Marketing, like promoting a product which is it's actually not that good, but because they market in such a way that people will think that it's good, but it's actually not so.
That's a very good observation, right? But like I think there's marketing happening everywhere, right? Marketing is happening everywhere. Even now, as Buddhist, you have to show off your temple. You have to publicize, advertise. You have to showcase your programs. Marketing is everywhere now. You have to accept that. But the thing is that there are people who are marketing without the quality of that particular work and sharing that with the customers, right? As you said, they might say that this is an organic thing, but it is not organic. It is an industrialized thing. They are putting a certain
Proclamation.
Pardon me?
Proclamation. Wrong.
Wrong. Yeah. Wrong. What do you call marketing, and then they are not really selling the good ones as they say. Yes, Sadhris, you have any observation?
Yeah, maybe after they're selling the product and agree with the price, later they have hidden costs. They're coming in more and more money to pay for whatever items you buy.
Yeah, true. I mean, this also happens when people are not acting appropriately. And in terms of the customer satisfaction now, a lot of people, companies and places, merchandise places, they are having a refund policy, maybe probably a return policy, right? So they are supposed to give a a good product satisfaction. Are you experiencing such things that you buy something, you are always able to bring back to the shop, and then you can have a refund, you can have a return, with the full money? That's good. I mean, so that means it's very clear on the merchant side and from the customer side, everything is happening. All these are Buddhist things. They are not in the corporate world thing only. Because if you are cheating means cheating. If a girlfriend cheating on the boyfriend, vice versa, husband, wife, vice versa, customer, merchant, vice versa, professor, student, vice versa, government, citizens, vice, same thing. It's cheating. Cheating is cheating. So here what we understand is we have to act appropriately in our ethical world. That is very important in terms of making wealth. Not even that. Uddhata vindati dhanam. So the first one is being responsible in your money wealth practice, and then you are acting appropriately. At the same time, you are uddhata, hard earned. money. That means they are not wealth that just came to you. But even somebody who is cheating a lot can say, I have hard work a lot, in cheating other people. So many days that I sold this product by, tricking somebody for 5, 6, 7 days. So that's why this hardworking thing has to come to the wise practice. You are not doing it in the wrong way. All right. So number 1 is being responsible in making your wealth. Second is think appropriately. There's no cheating, no bad such things. And third thing is you are really working hard in the proper way for selling, for engaging in this practice. Right. So Buddhist followers in many countries, they go through different problems. I think I shared with you one very nice example in Canada a long time ago. The governments, provincial governments gave a certain provision to what you call maybe like temples, viharas who just started, but they are not making enough money to go to their rezoned property. The government knows. So what government said is you have an option if you go to a casino and serve the casino people on that particular day, then as a rebate, we are going to give you a certain lump sum of money. And then one temple, they got around $80,000, $90,000 probably out of this practice. They were sending their devotees to this casino practice. Actually, what they do is they are not making drinks. What they are doing is they are serving alcohol to the people who are coming to the casino. And then later on, they had an argument. Like now the old ones are gone, they are passed away, or the young ones are taking care of the temple. How come the money that they invested to pay for the down payment, they came from this casino practice? So this is not good money and all that. Anyways, then some were arguing that no, we had good intention, So different Buddhist followers go through different issues. Because of the finances in their even Buddhist centers. So we have to look at these things case by case. So the idea is that we have to be responsible, act appropriately, and hardworking in the proper way. That is how we are supposed to gain wealth. Then the next question is, what is it? Katang Subintitana, how to get wealth. Katang Kitting. Katang sukitting papoti. Kitti means? Kitti means good reputation. Kitting papoti. Now let me ask you, what did the Buddha talk about the good reputation? Are we always praised by other people? How does it work? Are there certain individuals who are always praised? Or what do you think? Sometimes there are people who have a certain peak period in their life. They are highly venerated, respected. But after that period, they are not highly respected. Maybe they are messing up in their life. Even politicians, even religious leaders, other people, personally, social. So nobody is ever praised. Understanding that praise is something that comes up and then goes away is a Dhamma practice. But the Buddha says, even though it is very important to create a good reputation, why is it? Does good reputation give us a sort of self-esteem? Is it?
Yes.
When people appreciate you, you feel motivated, you feel that you want to do more, you feel happy. What do you think? Tell me. Or you are somebody who doesn't care about the good reputation. I just do things by myself. Or I just need some good reputation. Any thoughts?
Yes,
Is good reputation very important to us?
Yes, you feel very motivated if you are being praised for doing good. I think it's a good thing.
But not when we are so much flattered by others for something that we are not deserving. And there are people who are flattering us. You are the one. So
I mean is if you are being for doing something good, then you feel motivated, and if you are being asked to do do the thing again, you'll be very willing to do it because you know you can do a good job.
Mhm.
Something like this.
Interesting. Yeah. So good reputation is very important because you cannot get it without a good character. Because we have to earn it with a good character. Actually, when we have a good reputation, it also helps us not to do a akusala, right? You are such a good person, you can't do this. So you are doing a self-evaluation.
Honest.
That helps you, that helps you. Not like the story in the Sanskrit Hindu story about the god Vishnu, the story. There's a story in one of the Hindu work that one man, with the support of his friend, made a what is the vehicle of the god Vishnu? Do you remember? Certain animal. It's not Garuda. It's kind of a Garuda type of Garuda, isn't it? The Vishnu's the vehicle. So what happened? He was visiting the princess of the palace using this vehicle, the support of his friend. Then what happened? One day, king heard that his daughter is accompanied by this so-called Vishnu god. No, he's not Vishnu god. Then what he did was that he then challenged the other state. I'm going to take over your state because my son-in-law is the Vishnu, god Vishnu. Then what happened? The person who is impersonating the Vishnu, god Vishnu, told the friend, now I have to go to the war with the king. If not, I'm in trouble with the princess. And then what happened? The real god Vishnu in the story felt it. He saw that now this guy is going to mess up in the war. If he is going to the war, he is going to be killed by the other state people. So I have to be myself. I have to go to his self. I have to act like Vishnu, right? It's not that kind of impersonation. So what happened at the end? The real Vishnu trans into the wrong Vishnu, and then fought with all the other people in the state, and this king won the situation, right? So this is a kind of a funny story in Hinduism. So otherwise, because the real Vishnu thought, now if he went to the if he was killed, then no people going to respect me after. They think Vishnu is already gone. So he had to translate to this person, right? So it's not like that. So that means good reputation is something that everybody wants, but we have to create it through good character. Let's see how the Buddha says how to get the good reputation. See that? Satchena kitting up. This pathway. Satcha. That means truthfulness. You can say truthfulness wins you a good reputation. How do we understand that? Satcha. That means if you are a very honest, truthful person, you can win a lot of people. Right? You have to be very honest, very truthful. What is the important thing in a truthful character? What will happen? What will be happening from other people when you are very honest? They are going to trust you. That is very important, to have people around you. So if you are a trustworthy person, it's very easy for other people to follow you. It's easy for other people to believe you. That belief gives you lots of good reputation, right? You look at people who have a massive follower base. They all follow this person. Why? Because this person can be trustworthy, right? That's the thing. So you have to be very truthful in your character. Then the next question is very important as well. Katam mittani gantati. Very important question. Mittani means friends. Gantati means make. Gantati means how to make friends. So if I ask you how to make friends, what would be your answer like? How to make friends? Or you are very enough of your friend base, you know, yeah, I have enough friends. I don't want more friends. How to make friends in that case?
Be honest, be helpful,
Mhm.
always extending help when they need the help.
Mhm. Tell me the icebreaker here. The icebreaker. You're gonna break the ice. So we are strangers. Let's say there are two people who are strangers. You're gonna break that ice. What is the most important thing to break that ice and become friendly with the right person?
Smile, Bhante. Smile.
Huh?
Smile.
Smile.
The
Yeah.
conversation by greeting.
A young one told me find that person on Instagram, and that's how I'm gonna make the move. Best to look it up that person on Instagram and follow that person and become a friend. Yeah, smile, and then others. What is your own personal strategy to make a friend? Tell me.
Be humble and kind. Bhante,
Ah.
be humble and kind.
Humble and kind. Okay.
Make move.
Mix. Smooth.
Move. M-O. Make the move and make friends.
Make the move. Yeah, make the move. How will you make the move though with that friend, that person you want to be friendly with?
First you smile and then you gain the friendship and you start talking and then
You are thinking that just because you smile, those people will become friendly with you?
no, but your smile must be sincere. It is not simply saying, it's like, oh, I want to be your friend. Can you be my friend?
Okay. Smile. And then now here I heard about humbleness and all that. And other answers, I want to know how you personally make
careful.
friends, you know.
Be careful how you speak to them, because any words that give a mistrust, they'll back off. They know that you're not a sincere person.
That's why I
Lord.
say,
You don't want to be back off then. Because mind your language. Okay. And then, yes, others? What is your personal way to make a friend? Tell me. If you want to keep it as a secret, just keep it. It's okay. But I just ask you, sometimes.
I
Yes,
think
Hema?
Bhante sometimes is really wanting to know the person better, to take the initiative to get to know the person better.
So how to approach the person at that point? Let's say you want to know, maybe that
Yeah.
person also may want to know you. So how to make the move?
Start the conversation to really, to be concerned of how's everything with you or whatever topic that happened to be related at that moment.
In different cultures, they have their different ways to start the conversation. In Canada, we understand how is the weather. People are so sensitive about the weather. It's another snowy day. Yeah, I get like this much snow in my house. So people are very nice to talk to you if you ask the weather. They are so much depressed with the weather, right? It is said that the bears are the most depressed in Canada. Bears, by the end of the fall, they know now winter is on the way. They are not happy about it. Bears.
BEARS?
Yeah, bears, the animals. Yes. So they are very unhappy. They are so much stressed about the winter because they know now for the next 9 months they have to go through the pain. And even many people are depressed about the winter. They have to be hibernated in their households. Anyways, so I'm asking you, now in different cultures, there are different topics to discuss to make the friendship. Now, you said, yes, I want to know you better, but why? Why you want to know about me? This is a big question, right?
Yeah, Bhante, sometimes to break the ice depends on the situation. There is like, oh, now, how's the food? Do you like the watermelon or do you like the dishes? Sometimes through food, we break the ice. And sometimes surrounding is moment.
Yeah. There you go.
Break the ice through the food.
Not the climate.
Yeah, have you eaten your, have you taken your lunch? It's naturally to be concerned, and then you ask, and then you just get to know the person.
I see. So the food is a very good topic to strike up the conversation. Food, how is the food?
Have you eaten? It's common to ask, sudah makan dah? Atau, have you eaten or what?
Yeah.
Good.
All right, that's good. Any others? What's your personal way to make a friendship?
From Singapore, I see most of them. They offer you coffee, or would you like to share, or can I buy you another food for you?
Yeah.
That is the way. When they accept it, that means they are willing to be a friend. Starting from there,
so you got to be treated by somebody to make the friendship. You got to be treated.
Dana.
Yeah, because in the first place,
does it mean that person has to bring you to a coffee shop and then to buy you a treat?
No, we meet at a coffee shop. He's sitting beside. Then he give you a smile and all that. He's showing interest to be a friend. Then say, "Can I buy you a coffee, or maybe I buy you lunch or something?" They're happy to take.
That's interesting. Showing the interest to become a friend. Very interesting. All right. Is that the normal way how people make friendship in Singapore?
Yes, most of the time in the coffee shop, things happen.
Very interesting. And others?
Like
what is your
caring,
personal way to make?
Caring.
Yes, sharing.
No, caring, care.
Caring.
Care, yeah.
Caring. What kind of caring? Because you don't know that person. How to care?
By listening to what they say, really listening, by trying to help if they need anything.
Okay.
By caring.
But suppose that they don't talk to you. But now you want to make, I'm asking how to make a friendship with someone. That person doesn't talk to you, you don't talk to that person. But now let's say you come to a point, I want to become a friend of this person. How to make that?
Smile, Bhante.
A smile. What kind of smile? An organic smile? Organic smile.
You see the response of the smile when you give back. He shows friendship. Then start with asking him, "Can I buy you a coffee, or buy you something?"
Okay, interesting.
Then
right. Others? Yes, Barbara.
If you're traveling in the train and someone sitting beside you and they seem friendly, not of a different gender, then they think that you are trying to, have some motive behind. But if it's somebody older to you or even younger to you, you can say, "Oh, hi, where are you going?" You can ask like, "Where are you going?" Or you have, if they have children, then you start talking to the children. They like it very much if you pay attention to their children.
Do you think we have to be a bit of do you think we have to be a bit of talkative to make a friendship? Some people, they don't know how to talk, Do you think we have to be a little bit talkative? How's the weather? Where are you going? Like some people, they cannot initiate this conversation. Maybe they are too naive to start the conversation. Yeah. They say we don't know how to express us. What do you think? Is it important?
No, but some are afraid to face rejections.
Rejections, fear of being rejected.
Say anything?
Yeah.
Because you ask and it's none of your business. Why are you asking me?
Yeah, then you approach another person in the train. If you want it. All right. So Barbara, is it that yes, having a conversation? Yeah. Others? Any other answers?
Maybe Bhante, you need to rather look properly into the person or scan and listen to his tone first before you could, emerge further, ask further, may offend him or whatever. So we have to be observant of that.
Okay, you are bringing a very interesting dimension of making friendship. Nobody talk about it. In today's world, there are a lot of scammers. They want to become friendly with us to, probably, do something not nice, right? So we have to be careful as well because, it can happen. can happen to anybody. So, so we had to take some caution in some other activities. So anyways, without taking more time, what was the Buddha's answer? How to make friendships? Katham mittani gant. Let's see his answer. His answer is here. Dadang mittani gant. Dadang. By generosity, you are making friends. Let's see here. You hold on to friends by giving. Generosity. Dadam means generosity. Now, what do all these answers say? A smile, giving a smile, starting a conversation, buying you a treat, maybe a coffee, something, buy makan, as you said in the Malaysian style, whatever. This means that you are trying to be generous in your own context. You need a certain generosity to make the friendship, right? That is very important. So the Buddha says, by generosity, you are making friends. But there is a flip side. Sometimes when you are, there may be people who are doing this in a wrong way as well. Let's say, don't worry, I bring you to the bar, I'm going to buy you lots of drinks. You're going to be my drinking buddy. This kind of a thought, So you have to understand where is the limit in this practice. You have to balance out the practice, right? But anyways, the bottom line is that a generous attitude is how you're going to use to make friendship.
Bhante,
Think about the people who are very greedy, who even do not invite others to their house, gonna give a treat to them, not serving them even a lunch, even a dinner, who would not like to spend money on a dinner, lunch, even on food, buying something. There are lots of people like that in society. With this materialistic perspective, they can't make friends. Only a generous person, the proper way, can make a friend. Yes, Tisilin?
Bhante, you are talking about strangers, is it? Making friends with strangers.
Strangers, but this stranger could, because you have a good impression at the moment. You're not talking to a stranger just because you want to make a friendship.
If a stranger buys me a lunch and everything, I will be very suspicious. Because there's no free lunch.
That's what Corina said. So be careful. No, what I'm saying is that, let's say you are going for a training program. Okay. Everybody is good people. They are good people. Okay. They go into the same training program. You know somebody over there. You would like to talk to this person, become a friend. Maybe you go into a talk and you see the people who are presenting in the dialogue, maybe the talk, maybe that workshop. So they are already filtered out people, good people. Not that you want to buy something to somebody on the train, in the bus, or on the street right away. Right?
Yeah.
That carries certain risk in today's world. Because it's not the world that we're having in 70s, 60s, 80s anymore, right? It's a different world now, right? So people are operating in different ways. So I'm not talking about strange. I'm talking about that the people who you had some impression in a very interesting, a validated situation. That this person is a good person, but now you want to make a friendship. Right? So then you need to be generous. So how to become generous to make a friend? Some people don't like others buy things for them. Why is it? They feel intimidated. Yes. Especially in the West.
Correct.
Right? In the West, if you buy something for somebody, why are you buying for me?
Correct.
Guy is expecting something from me. Okay. Why are you buying for me? Right? I remember that long time ago, I don't want to mention the country, in one Western country I was, the devotees wanted to go, actually they went to a big property, but it's not rezoned. In that country, you cannot have a religious center without being rezoned. It carries a lot of risk. One thing is that when you are rezoning the property value go higher, and then you can't gather in a house which has no religious rezoning. So what the city is doing, the city is asking the opinions of the people around the property when they apply for the rezoning. So now these people thought, so-called devotees thought, we're going to make friendship with all these people, right, around our new property. So they are doing the food drive every year. So when they do the food drive, they normally sell every rice packet for maybe some dollars. And they thought the first set of rice packets we are going to give to those people around in our property. They are prominently the country people. Okay. So when they went to one house and knocked the door, say, this is free food. There's no concept called, there's no free lunch, right? No free food, no free lunch, no free food, definitely in the West. That means you understand that. Why you are giving food? They were thinking, okay, these guys have applied for an application and we are supposed to comment on this application, right? They rejected the rice packet. They are thinking a lot. Why you are helping me? So I think this generosity depends on the country, it depends. But they have a different way of being generous in that country. That's different. So we have to understand how to become generous according to the culture, according to that particular country and the place. But generosity is the main thing how you can make friendship. And we are going to the last.
Bhante, being generous with compliments.
Being generous with compliments. Yes. Yeah. How do you practice that in your life?
Well, you see any good action or behavior of the person, you praise the person.
Are you very generous in complimenting others when they are really doing well?
Yeah.
That's a very good way to, being generous, right? Yeah. Are you giving 5 stars for good food, for a good place?
Yes.
That's a good way, it's a good way. Like, let's say you go to a place and you have an option to review, now they are sending a lot of, even when you fly somewhere, they're sending us a review email, like, would you like to review, right? Review whether it is a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, right? You can write something. Maybe you understand somebody was doing really well. So being generous in complimenting, because there are people who are not generous in complimenting.
Bhante, how about radiating metta to the person mentally?
Yeah, that is our normal practice.
Yeah.
We are all supposed to do that.
Yeah, but how often do we do that? Because this is we are talking about breaking the ice and everything. Okay? So sometimes we never talk about the what I call that, the status of the mind. Yeah. Of both the other person and our own mind. Yeah.
But we are by default supposed to practice metta to everyone. I think it's a basic thing. It's not something that we have. I mean, if you haven't started from that place, it's our problem. It's your problem. But, by default, we are supposed to practice metta to us and to everybody in the same way. That is how we learn from the Karaniya Metta Sutta. Right? We understand that a lot, right? Mata yata niyam putta, ayusayika putta manurakke. Just as a mother who has one son is loving how she's loving that son, we have to bring the metta to everybody. Some people wrongly understand. What is the mother's love? Mother's love is a personal love. Right? She's loving that son in a personal way. So then we have to do the metta in the personal way. The wrong understanding. The idea in that stanza is that just as a mother, young mother who is loving her son, which has no conditions. So we have to bring that unconditional part of that personal love, not the way how she is loving. She has a personal reason to love that son. We are bringing that unconditional. What made her to unconditionally love her son? It's her own son, only son. In the same way, we have to practice metta unconditionally to everybody. So it's the norm. It's how we are supposed to. All right. So we go into the last question, depending on the time now. We have almost come to the end. Last question is very interesting. Katang asma loka parang lokang katang pechana sojati. Asma loka parang loka. Now there are people who are going from this world to another world, that means passing away. Katang pecha. Pecha means after we left this world, how are we not going to grieve about our passing? Now, you might have heard about many people that they are grieving about their people's passing away. That's what you know, right? When someone is passing away, then the people who are in that person or of that person relatives, they are going to grieve about that death. But the Buddha says, this Yaka also says, the real grieving people are the people who are dying. When they are dying, they either going to be happy in that transition or they are going to grieve about their death. Right? So let's see how, as individuals who are passing away one day, when we are passing away, how to make us happy, how to become happy in that passing, during that transition. This is the answer. Asma loka parang loka katang pechana sochati. What is the answer then? Answer is this whole answer. That means this whole set of answer. So we have to go to the wisdom. That means in order for you not to grieve, suffer about your death during the transition of the death, you must have the wisdom in the first place. You must have earned money in the proper way. You must have earned good reputation with truthfulness. You must have made friends by generosity. This is how you are going to be happy during the transition of the death, right? So that means there is no one particular practice, one particular activity you can do when you are dying. There are people who are saying you have to be mindful. You can't be mindful when you are dying because you are dying. How dying time is a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. You don't know what's going to happen to you. Lots of fears coming up. But that is a good way to promote people to practice mindfulness. But if you want to die in the proper way, without being unhappy, you must have lived a nice life. This nice life is coming from wisdom, making the proper money, having a good reputation, then making good friends. All these practices will help you to die nicely, peacefully.
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets. Let's say you have spent life blameworthy. You are bringing mindfulness. Mindfulness, I'm going to die. But you know your life is not successful. Right? You can't get it over. That is really bothering. So there is no one single plaster treatment for the death. The best treatment is to have spent a nice, wonderful life with these things. All right. Any questions about these questions today? I'm going to show you again. How to gain wisdom, how to gain the proper money, how to gain the good reputation, how to make friends, how to die without being grieved. Answer is how to get wisdom, being diligent and discerning, and then trusting about the Buddha, Pacceka Buddha Arahants, and having a wish to attain Nibbana and listening to the Dhamma. That will help you to gain wisdom, and then acting responsibly and properly, hardworking, you are gaining proper money, and by truthfulness, you are creating your real good reputation. By generosity, you are making friends. All these small activities will help you to die happily, and during the time of your death, and also you are going to be happy about your life. All right, any questions about today? We'll take one
And
more
then
minute.
just now you are talking
Yes.
about stealing other people's time. Stealing
Yes.
other people's time.
Yes.
So, is that breaking the precepts?
Is that?
Breaking the precepts.
Why not?
Second precept.
Stealing should not necessarily be a physical light.
So it's
Now, normally
considered
people
breaking
talk
the
about
precepts.
normally people talk about a physical item, money, gift.
Correct,
You are going to steal.
correct.
Even the people. Sometimes there are people who are stealing other people's husband,
Okay.
other people's wife. It's also
Okay.
stealing. Why not? And now we come down to this idea: you're stealing even someone's time. You are late just because of your being late. Other people have to sacrifice for you. So I think if you look at Adina Dana this way, you will never be late in your appointments.
So one thing, next time, whoever comes late, I say you're breaking your precepts.
That's up to you, over to you.
How about stealing people's idea? Still also stealing. But
Yes. But whoever will show up or not, we are starting at the right time. So we are not wasting the time. So on our side, we are starting at the right time. Yes.
but we are not stealing your idea, Bhante.
If not, put all this into practice. All right. Any questions? All right. It seems to be that there are no questions for today. And because I have to run a 2-day retreat tomorrow, day after tomorrow at Mahavihar, just have to probably wrap this up from now. So may all the good karmas we be making today by listening to the Āḷavaka third set of questions about how to gain wisdom, how to gain ethical money, wealth, and how to get the proper good reputation, and how to make friends. And Buddha answered to these questions very interestingly. So I think that's what we will learn today. May all these good karmas we will make it today be transferred to all the departed ones who passed away in the name of all of us. May they be well and happy. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idammi ñātīnaṁ hōtu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idammi ñātīnaṁ hōtu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idammi ñātīnaṁ hōtu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. At the same time, may all Deva, Naga, Mahindika also share all these good karmas. May they be well and happy. May they protect all of us for good health, quality of life, prosperity, and safety. May they, in particular, bless us for our Dhamma journey. Our Dhamma journey become a very consistent, constant, seamless practice, not a stagnated, lazy practice. Finally, may Deva, Naga, Mahindika also attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yattavata cha amme sambatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Yattavata cha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Yattavata cha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha Chibummattha Devanaga Mahittika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkhantulu Lokasasanam. Akasattha Chibummattha Devanaga Mahittika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkhantulu Lokasasanam. Akasattha Chibummattha Devanaga Mahittika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakhang Tumang Paranti Chirang Rakhang Tumang Sadati. At the same time, we are going to make a great wish as always. Maybe be in the company of Kalyana Mitras all the time till we attain Nibbana. Imina punya kammene bami bala samagamu satang samagamu hontu yava nibbana pattiya. I think today we got a news that our sister Kim Neo's son is going to have a surgery on Tuesday, so we can give our blessings to her son. May your son have a very smooth surgery, and may the Buddha Dhamma Sangha always protect you and your son, all of us. May he be able to have a speed recovery. May his downtime be very minimal. I think he does be going to wish the same wishes from the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, Devanaga for Sister Kim Neo's son. Finally, may all the good karmas which we've been doing today be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana siris nichang vadha pachayino chattaro dhamma vadhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati samichatu sadhu sadhu. While wishing you a good night, and we look forward to seeing all of you on Monday. I hope some of you might not be able to make because of your other schedule, but all of you. As we heard around how many people who have signed up already, Sister
30, Bante.
30 people.
31 including Bante.
Okay. 30. It's 30. All right. We're seeing you all. You want to say anything about this again? Or others who join later?
Whoever wish to join our lunch dana gathering with Bhante Chandima on this coming Monday.
June 17th? Is it
17?
Yeah,
17 June.
Monday.
Monday. At Pasar Baru Cafe at Hotel Le Méridien, Petaling Jaya, 11:30 a.m. Everyone is welcome to join, and they can strictly walk into the.
Okay. Right. Thank you, everybody. Wishing you a good night. See you then on Monday.
Good night,
And others,
everyone.
if you are not making others, I'm going to be seeing you.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you,
Bhante.
Bhante. Good night, and
Sadhu,
everyone.
sadhu,
Thank you.
good night.
Sadhu,
Good night,
sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Bhante,